Thank you again for joining us, Bishop Fleming, on this fourth week of our Lenten journey and our discussion about the liturgical season of Lent. It's a pleasure to have you, and I just appreciate you taking time today.
It's good to be here as we look at our liturgical season of Lent.
Excellent. This year, it's not every year, but this year, week 4 is a little weird for our Lenten journey because we just celebrated the fourth Sunday of Lent, which in most larger parishes, the smaller ones maybe not, but most larger parishes, people would have seen a change in color for just a flash pan of rose or pink. And so things felt a little different last Sunday.
Right.
And then we're looking towards this Saturday being a major solemnity of the church, of the Annunciation. And so we're in this season of penance, and yet we have Laetare, which is rejoice.
Right.
And we've got white showing up on Sunday or Saturday for the solemnity.
Right.
Why does the church take a pause in the middle of penance and say, rejoice? Because Laetare is a command almost.
Right.
It's not just a word. It's a command. It's an action word, right?
Yeah. And even the prayers are more joyful on that Sunday. And the color rose or pink really is kind of that little brief reminder that joy is coming. Hope is right around the corner, that little flower bud in the midst of the snowstorm. So it just reminds us that the end is approaching.
Anybody who's a real liturgical geek, if you will look at the not 40 days of Lent and notice that there's only one day in there that's not marked as Wednesday of week 1 or Wednesday of week 2. There's only one in that whole set this year, and that is the solemnity of the Annunciation. And why is that so important that all the rest of them disappear and that one still stays?
Because it is just that important. The church sees such a value in this feast that we literally bump out of Lent a little bit. Not totally. We'll sing the Gloria, white instead of purple, but just because it's such an important moment for us as a people, God coming into history and that announcement of that.
Mary said yes.
Yes.
And in Lent, really Lent is about a time of trying to turn our lives back around to saying yes to God, right? How do we find that strength that Mary had to say yes when we really don't know what's happening?
Right. And she didn't either. And she says that, I don't know how this can happen, but she trusted. And I think that's the key to us. We don't need to know all the answers, all the details. We can just say, okay, God, you've got this. I don't right now. Here you go. Let's try it together. I think that's, just follow Mary's examples of saying, I don't understand yet. I may not ever totally understand, but I'm going to say yes. And we'll see how God works. And God will work through that yes. And through our yes during Lent. God wants us to enter in such a deeper relationship, and it's just waiting for that invitation, that yes.
Did Mary have to say yes? Did she actually have a free will in that moment?
She did indeed. She did. She could have said no. Don't know what that would mean for all of her histories, but she could have said no. And that's the wonderful thing about it is she could have said no, but she said yes. And we're invited to say yes. We can say no as well, but God wants our yes.
I just think it's a fascinating piece that God wants community with his created.
Right.
So much that he'll humble himself and say, can I come to you?
Yeah. Yeah. Isn't that amazing? God doesn't force the issue. God says, I want to, I'm here. Can I come in? Can I enter? And hopefully we say yes.
What a beautiful message for our Lenten journey.
Indeed.
God standing there saying, I'm here.
Yep. Yeah.
Can I come?
Can I come in? Yeah.
Excellent.
And doesn't force his way in. Just, I'm here. Let me in.
Well, wonderful. I appreciate, as always, Bishop Fleming, you taking time to visit with us today.
Good to be together. Blessings on your Lenten journey.